Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're talking about the Toronto Raptors, and supposedly they have a strong reluctance to trade OG Anunoby, and I would too, guys. You know how much I love OG Anunoby. I've made several videos on my channel over the years saying that OG Anunoby was going to take that jump, was going to become the player that I've always thought he would be. And maybe I was a little high on him, but I still think this guy is a player who's one of the best defensive players in the league. I thought he could take the jump to all NBA, but right now he's a guy who you could consider as a fringe all-star. Great player who's gotten better every single year. You know, a guy who went from his rookie year playing 20 minutes a night, NBA champion, by the way, 6 points averaging his, rookie season, to now back-to-back seasons averaging 17 points a night, shot 48% from the field this past year. All right. He's a guy that not only shoots, well from the field, career 47%, has been a guy who's gotten up to 50% from the field, but is a career 37.5% three-point shooter, gotten up to almost 40%, around the 39% range on, he averages 4.5 threes a night, but he has been a guy that past few seasons has gotten up to 6 and even 7 threes a game a night, while also shooting a career average 55% from the field. Okay. And I know he's one of the best defenders in the league, literally averaged 2 steals a night this past year. And I've always been a big fan of the British cat named OG Anunoby. And they're reluctant to trade him for good measure. He's 25 years old, and it feels like he was just past year all defensive second team, led the NBA in steals, NBA champion, and he's played so many seasons already. Okay, that being 6 seasons already, going to year 7, and he's 25. Why would you trade someone like that? That's why Pascal, who's closer to 30. Makes sense to trade. I would keep OG, and that's why they're reluctant to trade him. They're saying like the 3rd pick isn't even enough to trade him. I've heard reports. And from Marc Stein of the SteinLine, OG Anunoby was one of the primary trade candidates at the February deadline before the Toronto Raptors elected to keep him. The Raptors appear to be taking a similar position on OG and Anunoby again as the draft approaches. One source from the team with interest in trading for Anunoby described Toronto having strong reluctance to part ways with him, according to Marc Stein of the SteinLine. Anunoby, who's represented by Clutch Sports' Rich Paul, can become a free agent in 2024 if he declines his player option, though he is extension eligible. We knew the New Orleans Pelicans and Memphis Grizzlies were having a bidding war over him, while the Brooklyn Nets were told that Mikal Bridges, I believe, was like what they wanted in return for OG. We know the Trailblazers, Pacers, Grizzlies, and Kings are among the teams who have made their interest known to the Raptors for OG. Now that opens a whole can of worms. What do you guys think is OG's worth, and what would you trade for him? Let me hear your thoughts down below.